Welcome to this very important chapter, derivatives. So all of you must be very excited to learn about derivative. These are very popular financial instruments. For the first time reader, what is a derivative? To understand derivative, we will first listen to one small story. Okay, and this story will help you to get the basic idea about what is derivative and how do they derive their values. So let us say Shah Rukh Khan, your favorite movie actor Shah Rukh Khan, wants to perform in your city on 15 November. Shah Rukh Khan wants to perform in your city on 15th of November. The official price of the ticket is 1000 rupees. That means you pay 1000 rupees, you get the ticket, you watch Shah Rukh Khan dancing, singing, etc. So you wanted to watch this program. Where you went to the ticket counter a month back because you wanted to be sure that you get a ticket, but 1 month before the program only, all the tickets have been sold out. Now you cannot buy the ticket from the counter. But then what happened? Once all the tickets have been sold out, the tickets started selling in the black market. The tickets started selling in the black market. So anybody can buy now in the black market. So in black market, the value of the ticket is going to go up now. So what you did? You came to me. The student came to me and the student told me, sir, you are friend of Shah Rukh Khan. Please arrange a ticket for me. Please arrange a ticket for me. I said, how can I arrange a ticket for you? No, sir, you have to arrange. So then I asked Shah Rukh Khan, please give one ticket to my student. He is a good student. He wants to see you live performing on the stage. So Shah Rukh Khan wrote a letter. This is the letter written by Shah Rukh Khan. And what he has written? Please hand over one ticket at rupees 1000 to the holder of this letter. Please hand over one ticket to the holder of this letter. Okay, this is the letter written by Shah Rukh Khan and then his signature also, Shah Rukh Khan. So go and produce this letter to the ticket counter because they will reserve some tickets, okay, and he will hand over you one ticket at rupees 1000. So show the letter, produce the letter, and you will get the ticket at rupees 1000 rupees. So this is the story. Now what happened? Tickets started selling in the black market, and you are a student, smart student. You did not went to the counter and collected the ticket. You thought that now I have this letter signed by Shah Rukh Khan. So any time up to 15 November I can go to the counter. Any time up to 15 November I can go to the counter and I can get one ticket at rupees 1000. So as the date of the performance started approaching, the ticket started selling in the black market. So in the black market, the value of the ticket, black market, that means unofficially people buy and sell among themselves. So somebody has the ticket, he is telling other person, do you want the ticket for Shah Rukh Khan show? Yes, I'll give you for 1100 rupees. I know now this ticket is worth 1100 rupees in the market now, and I have the letter. Letter is not the ticket. Letter only allows me to buy the ticket. Letter only allows me to buy the ticket. Ticket can be purchased using the letter for 1000 rupees. In the market, that ticket can be sold for 1100 rupees. What is the value of the letter? Does letter has a value? Will letter also acquire a value? The answer is yes, because now the letter will also have a value of 100 rupees. By showing the letter to the ticket counter, anybody can buy the ticket for 1000 rupees, and then the ticket can be sold in the market for 1100 rupees. So the person holding the letter is holding a valuable thing now. The value of the letter is also 100 rupees. Next day, just 4 days remaining now, and you will see Shah Rukh Khan live. Again the value of the ticket in the black market now went up to 1200 rupees. Will the value of the letter also change? Yes, the value of the letter will now become 200 rupees, because by showing the letter you can buy a ticket for 1000 rupees. Next day, just 3 more days left, 13 November, huge demand for Shah Rukh Khan ticket. Now the value of the ticket in the black market is 1300 rupees. What is the value of the letter? The letter will acquire a value of 300 rupees now. Then 14 November, value of the ticket further increased, 1400. So the person holding the letter knows that this letter is also now worth 400 rupees. Even this letter can be exchanged for 400 rupees, because this letter gives him the right to buy a ticket for 1400 rupees. Now 15 November, the D-Day, the performance day. Suddenly Shah Rukh Khan tells the organization, sorry, I cannot come. I have to go to Dubai. I have to perform there. I will get more money from the Shah of Dubai. Okay, Sheikh of Dubai will give me more money, 10 times more than what you are paying. So sorry, I cannot perform. What is the value of the ticket? The value of the ticket is 0. Now there is no Shah Rukh Khan show. Value of the ticket is 0. Question is same. What is the value of this letter now? The value of the letter is also 0. What will you do with this letter now? You have to pay 1000 rupees for a show which is not going to take place. So value of the letter also falls. Now look at this example carefully. You have to identify which of these two is derivative. Is the ticket derivative or is the letter derivative? Is the ticket derivative or is the letter derivative? So your answer would be letter is derivative. Now what is derivative? A derivative is a financial instrument which derives its value from another underlying instrument, which derives its value from other. So value of the letter is being derived from the value of the underlying. As the value of the underlying will change, the value of the derivative will also change. So when the value of the underlying was increasing in our example, the value of the letter was also increasing. As the value of the underlying has gone down, the value of the letter has also gone down. So in our example, ticket is underlying, letter is derivative. Ticket is underlying something from which the value of the letter is derived, so from which the value of derivative is derived, and the letter is derivative. The latter is derivative. Why latter is derivative? Latter is deriving its value from the ticket. The latter's value fluctuates as the value of the ticket fluctuates. So that is the concept of derivative. Value of one thing is derived from the value of the other thing. As the value of that other thing will change, the value of the derivative will also change. Now in the financial market, what we are going to learn, same thing. Suppose this is the value of, let us say, Infosys share. This is the value of Infosys share, and instead of later, let us say this is the derivative on Infosys share. Let us say this is the derivative on Infosys share, and let us give this derivative a name called future contract. Derivatives are future, forward, option, swaps. So future is a type of derivative. So we'll discuss in detail, but for a minute, in this example, the underlying is Infosys share and the derivative is the future. So as the Infosys price will go up, the value of this future will also change. As the value of the Infosys will fall, the value of this future will also fall. Or for example, instead of ticket, let us say it is a commodity like gold, and this is a future derivative future. Derivative future, future is a derivative which derives its value from the gold. So what will happen? As the gold price will change, underlying is gold, the value of the future on gold will also change. The underlying can be the runs scored by a team also. So you can bet on the runs scored by a team. Betting is not allowed. Example only. Disclaimer I have given. So somebody will say that this time this team will score so many runs. If it wins, if it makes more than these many runs, then the other party will have to give him the difference. So suppose the betting was on 1000 runs and the team scored 1100 runs, then the person who has done the betting, he will get 100 rupees profit. So you can bet on anything whose value is likely to change. This underlying can be temperature also. So you can say that as the temperature will go above 40 degree, you pay me 1000 rupees for every 1 degree change. That betting is also a derivative because its value will derive from the change in temperature value. But our syllabus does not allow you to use temperature and runs. We will be mostly dealing with stocks, index, commodity, forex, foreign exchange, forex, interest rates. So this would be the underlying in our syllabus. But you can use derivative on any underlying whose value is likely to change, whose value is likely to fluctuate. Like you can take derivative on scores of cricket team, runs of a batsman, weather, temperature, etc. So there are two schools of thoughts about derivative. Is derivative a good financial instrument? Is it a good financial innovation? In fact, many people believe that this is one of the most wonderful innovations in the field of finance. So let us hear two views about derivative. First view, which is propounded by Alan Greenspan. Who is Alan Greenspan? Former Federal Reserve Chairman. Federal Reserve is something like RBI in USA. And being a Federal Reserve Chairman means it's a very significant post in USA, next only to the President of USA. So what is his view about derivative? In his words, by far the most significant event in finance during the past decade has been the extraordinary development and expansion of derivative and emergence of new investment avenues. These instruments enhance the ability to differentiate risk and allocate it to those investors most able and willing to take it. A process that has undoubtedly improved national productivity, growth, and standard of living. So he is full of praises for derivative. He thinks that derivative is a wonderful instrument. It has helped in national growth, improvement in standard of living, etc., etc. So this is one view. Derivative is a good instrument. If used properly, it will help in growth, productivity, improvement in standard of living. But there is another view, exactly opposite view, which is given by Warren Buffett. Who is Warren Buffett? He is a legendary investor. Through his investment skills over the years, he has earned billions of dollars and he is counted as one of the richest persons on this planet Earth. He was close to the richest person, number 1 rank, number 2 rank, but maybe over a period of time this ranking change. Still you can say that he is in the top 10 richest persons on earth, and only through investment skills. What is his view about the derivatives? He says derivatives are weapons of mass financial destruction. Derivatives are weapons of mass financial destruction. That means derivative can cause a havoc in the financial market. And what he said turned out to be true, proved to be true in the 2008 financial crisis. In 2008, there were severe financial crisis in USA, which spread to other countries also. One of the reasons, one of the factors which led to this mass financial destruction in the financial market in 2008 was excessive use of derivative. Because these investment banking companies in USA, they are greed driven, they have lot of targets to achieve. So they tell their employees that you have to perform, you have to bring so much of revenue, so much of profit, and in the process they take excess position in derivative. And as the situation started getting worse, some of the big investment banking companies at that time, they were wound up. Like for example, Lehman Brothers, it was one of the biggest investment banking companies in the world, and that company was wound up in this financial destruction. So many reasons were there, but one of the main culprits was derivatives. So now, after listening to both sides, what do you think? Is derivative good or bad? So let us ask you a different question. Is knife, all of you have seen knife at your home. So my question is knife good or bad? Is knife good or bad instrument? Tell me. So now I can hear two voices. Those who work in kitchen, they will say knife is a very good instrument. It helps us to cut vegetables, do so many other household works, prepare food. But then ask a policeman that you found a knife at the scene of the crime. Is it a good instrument? No. You can use knife to kill someone, to cut someone's throat. Same knife is a good instrument if used for proper reasons. for genuine reasons, for productive reasons. Same knife is not different. Same knife is a bad instrument if you use it for killing somebody. Example number 2. Is fire good or bad? Is fire good or bad? Vote for good, vote for bad. Fire is good, because if there is no fire, so many activities cannot be done. You can't get fresh food, you can't get hot food, you can't cook food, you can't keep your house warm. That fire is good. In factories you need fire for production. Is fire bad? Fire can be bad. You can burn the house of somebody, you can burn the entire building, okay? The whole jungle can burn because of fire. So many forests have seen fire, and it is very difficult to save the forest if fire breaks out. So fire is bad. So the answer to the question, is derivative good or bad, is same as answering the question whether knife is good or bad, whether fire is good or bad. It depends on the use. It depends on how do you use it. If you use knife properly, it is good. If you use fire to your advantage, it is good. If you use derivative to your advantage, it is good instrument. But then if misused, then it can be bad. So therefore, derivative can be good or bad instrument, depends on how do you use it. So now let us come to the topic after that interesting introduction about derivative. The word derivative, as the name suggests, derives, vative, value. It's a financial instrument. It's a financial instrument. It derives its value from another variable. It's a mathematical term. In your mathematics also there is a chapter called derivative, but here the derivative will be slightly different, but the logic is same. It derives its value from another financial variable. As the value of that another financial variable will change, the value of the derivative will also change. We have seen in our example, a letter was a derivative of a ticket. A letter was the derivative of the ticket. As the value of the letter, value of the ticket changed, the value of the letter also changed. In the financial market, the underlyings are shares, index, commodity, interest rate, foreign exchange, and the derivatives are forwards, future, options, swap. We will discuss about these different types in the next few days. So in financial terms, a derivative derives its value from the underlying, from something. When that value of that some other thing changes, the value of derivative changes, and that other thing from which the derivative is deriving its value is called underlying asset, or just you can write underlying. The underlying asset can be equity, that means equity share, or any other bonds also, index also like Sensex, Nifty, commodity like gold, silver, or it can be currency also like dollar, euro, pound, yen. So right now in India you can do derivative trading on equity, index, commodity, currency, like that. Example, the derivative of ICICI Bank share. Suppose there is a derivative on ICICI Bank share. Let us call that derivative as future contract. Will derive its value from the share price of ICICI Bank Limited. As the share price of ICICI Bank will change, the value of that derivative on ICICI Bank will also change. And similarly, a derivative contract on a commodity like let's say cotton. will derive its value from the price of the cotton. As the price of the cotton is the underlying in this example, as the price of the cotton will change, the value of a derivative will also change. Derivatives are most modern financial instruments in hedging the risk. What was the original purpose of inventing derivative? The original purpose was to hedge the risk. To hedge the risk means to reduce the risk. To hedge the risk means to reduce the risk. To reduce the risk means, suppose you are a farmer. This is how the story goes. There was a farmer. He was worried. He was worried that after I grow the crop, wheat, the price may fall. The story is that there was a farmer who thought that I will put so much of hard work, I'll grow wheat, the price of the wheat will fall, and there was a bakery which used to buy wheat from this farmer. This bakery fellow is thinking that this year probably the production of wheat may be low and I will get wheat at a higher price. So farmer is thinking that the price of the wheat can fall. The bakery fellow was thinking that the price of the wheat will rise and I have to buy wheat at a higher price. So both of them, they met and they entered into a transaction. Farmer told the bakery person that I will sell you wheat at rupees 10 per kg after 4 months. Once the crop is ready, I will sell it to you at 4 rupees per kg and I will sell you 100 kgs. Example, numbers are for understanding. So what is the contract now? They have entered into a contract. This kind of contract is called forward contract. What is the name? Forward contract. That is a contract between two parties to buy or sell a specified quantity of a specified underlying at a specified price after a specified time period. So that's a simple contract. Farmer will sell 100 kg of wheat at 10 rupees per kg after 4 months. Bakery person would buy 100 kgs of wheat at rupees 10 per kg after 4 months. Now what is the purpose of this contract? This is also a forward contract, because as the value of the wheat will change, the value of these contracts will also undergo a change. Suppose the wheat price rises to 20 rupees, the bakery fellow will dance because he can buy at 10 rupees per kg. So that contract itself becomes valuable. If the price of the wheat falls to 5 rupees per kg, the farmer will dance because he can still sell it for 10 rupees per kg. So the purpose of this forward contract was to hedge. Farmer is hedged against the fall in the price after 4 months because future is uncertain. What will happen after 4 months, nobody knows. That bakery person also is worried that wheat price may rise, so he also enters into a forward contract and locks the rate. So in this example, the objective of the farmer as well as the bakery was to hedge their respective risk. So with this objective, derivatives were created so that somebody wants to transfer his risk to other party can do it. The individuals and firms who wish to avoid or reduce risk can deal with the others who are willing to accept the risk for a price. So the advantage of derivative is that you can transfer your risk to other party. Farmer can transfer his risk to other party. So the story continues. There is a farmer. The farmer thinks that he will grow 200 kgs of wheat. Farmer thinks he will grow 200 kgs of wheat. So he finds a bakery, but the bakery fellow is only ready to buy 100 kgs. Farmer wants to sell 200 kg to cover himself, to hedge himself. Bakery person wants to buy 100 kgs because he needs only 100 kgs. So what farmer will do? Farmer will find another party now who is willing to buy from him 100 kgs of wheat. He finds there is a Mr. Smart. In the nearby village, Mr. Smart is there. Mr. Smart has nothing to do with the wheat. But Mr. Smart thinks that price of wheat after 4 months will rise. He is having some calculation, some understanding. He is thinking, Mr. Smart is thinking that the price of the wheat is going to rise. So what he does, he enters into a contract with the farmer. Farmer is in the genuine need of hedging the risk. But Mr. Smart wants to make profit because he expects that price of the wheat would go to 20 rupees and he will be able to buy from the farmer at 10 rupees. So farmer wants to transfer the risk. Mr. Smart is willing to accept his risk. So derivative market helps us to transfer the risk from a party who doesn't want to take the risk to a party who is willing to take the risk. Derivative can be used for transferring the risk from one party to other party. The other party may also want to hedge the risk, but it is not necessary. The other party may just be speculating on the future movement of price. So he will be called speculator. And the party who wants to reduce his risk, he is called hedger. So hedger means, we will discuss in next few paragraphs also, the one who wants to reduce the risk, and speculator means the one who wants to take the risk. Which are the underlying assets in derivative? Again, just a quick look at it. All this will be discussed in your syllabus. That is your derivative syllabus in the coming few days. So underlying can be equities. They are called cash market, where you actually buy and sell these items. And the derivative on this can be stock option, stock future, index option, index future. Then the underlying can be fixed income securities like bonds and debentures, loans, and the derivative can be interest rate future, interest rate swap, interest rate option, currency swap, forward rate agreements, etc. We will discuss this in a very special chapter, interest rate derivatives, swaps, over the counter derivatives. That time all this I will cover, and one full-fledged chapter is on foreign exchange. That time we will discuss currency future, currency option, currency swaps. And in the next chapter we will discuss commodity derivative, where the underlying would be commodity like gold, gold future, oil future, metal future, commodity future. So all these will be covered in the coming few days. Paragraph 3. Why are derivatives so popular? For the students who are not aware, derivatives are very popular in the financial market. More popular than the stock market. Do you know that? That's a news for you. And the daily volume in derivative market is much more than the stock market. Daily volume of derivative is more than the stock market volume. So why are derivatives so popular? Once you also understand the rule of the game, maybe you will also start trading in derivative, and you should. So those who don't have your own demat account, I will suggest that you open a demat account and do some basic trading on derivative like future and option. That will help you to understand better. Of course you might lose some money, but that's okay. At this stage you can take risk, right? So derivatives are very popular because of one, greed. I hope all of you know what is greed. You desire more and more, more and more. You want to earn more. You want to earn more in less time. You want to earn a very high rate of return. So what is the option, or what is the course? You can use derivative. As I said, you buy a forward contract on gold, assuming that gold price will rise at say 50 lakh rupees per kg. If this is the rate, if I am right, you enter into a contract to buy gold at rupees 50 per kg after 3 months, because you know gold price will rise. And suppose after 3 months, the gold price is 54 lakhs per kg, you will make a profit of 4 lakh. So that is why in this greed that the price is going to change according to your estimation, you enter into more and more derivative. If you win, you become more greedy, again you will enter into derivative. If you lose, again you will enter into derivative, because you want to recover your past losses. So greed is one very fundamental human emotions which drive people towards derivative. And second, ease of transaction with very little investment. Why derivative have become popular? Second reason is more important. Second reason, ease of transaction with very little investment. Let us revise that example. You think that the price of the gold will rise. There are two ways you can make profit from this expectation. One is buy 1 kg gold, physical gold. Go to a shop where gold is sold and you say, I want to buy 1 kg gold. So 1 kg gold you buy for 50 lakh rupees. You store it for 3 months. So you pay 3000 rupees locker charges, plus if you invest 50 lakh rupees in gold, there is a interest cost, either your own money or borrowed money. Let us say that is also, if I take 10% as your rate of interest, so it will be something around 1.25 lakh is the interest cost of holding that gold. So total comes to 51.28 lakhs. And after 3 months, the price of the gold goes to 54 lakh. Your expectation turned out to be true. The gold price was 54 lakh. So how much is the net profit you will have after considering interest, loss and storage cost? 54 minus 51.28, you earn 2.72 lakhs. Now let us see, instead of that you enter into a forward contract. Find somebody who is interested in entering into a forward contract, or it can be done on the exchange also. It can be done on the commodity exchange also. So you enter into a forward contract to buy. Forward contract to buy means you will buy 1 kg gold after 3 months at 50 lakh. So forward contract means contract to buy. You contract with other party to buy 1 kg gold at rupees 50 lakhs after 3 months. This is just a contract. Is there any investment required now? No. But in case if you enter into future contract, then some margin money is required. So margin money is required here. In case of forward and future, margin money like deposit money, so that parties will honor their contract. But margin money is not equal to 50 lakh. Margin money may be say 15% of the contract value. So 15% of 50 lakh, you have to deposit 7,50,000 with the exchange like National Stock Exchange or multi commodity exchanges are there. And then after 3 months, price of gold. After 3 months, price of gold is 54 lakh here also. What is the profit you will earn? The profit you will earn will be, you have a right to buy gold at 50 lakh. Now the price is 54 lakh. So you can pay 50 lakh, purchase 1 kg gold and immediately sell in the market for 54 lakh. So profit will be 54 lakh minus that interest loss on margin money. Interest loss on margin money on 7,50,000 into 10% into 3 by 12. That is just 18,750 rupees. So 4 lakh minus 18,750. So that comes to 3 lakh 81,250. See the difference. Not only that, here you earn 2.72 lakh, here you earn 381,250. Not only that, see the amount of money you had to invest in both the option. Here I had to invest 50 lakh rupees. So my ROI, return on investment, ignore that storage cost. My ROI is 2.70 divided by 52. Let me calculate for you. 2.72 divided by 50. So your return on investment is almost 5.44%. But look at the ROI. You had to deposit 7,50,000. Initial margin is like a deposit. It is not an expense. You will get it back. 381,250 you are earning on an initial investment of 7,50,000. It's a mind-blowing figure. 381,250 divided by 7,50,000. It is 50.83% ROI, return on investment. So who will buy gold? Better you buy forward. You will end up getting the same or more profit there at a very low investment, or maybe you can enter into a 10 times more contract with the same money. Here you will enter into one contract to buy 1 kg. One contract you have entered, purchase 1 kg, but with the same investment of 50 lakh, here you could have entered 7 or 8 contracts and your profit could have multiplied by 7 or 8 times. That is why derivatives are very popular, ease of transaction with very little investment. Many times there is no investment also in forward contract. In future contract we have to pay initial margin. More about initial margin in the subsequent part of this chapter. So come to next paragraph. Why are derivatives so popular? Under that, this one more rough example. I am trying to just first create a warm-up situation. You feel, yes, you are entering into a topic. Problems we will take after some time, but first have the feeling of the subject. If you are bullish on Nifty, what should you do? What is meaning of bullish? Price will rise. Nifty is the National Stock Exchange Index. Index of National Stock Exchange. It is calculated as an average of 50 shares, top 50 shares. The calculation of Nifty is explained separately, but all of you must be hearing about Nifty, Sensex every day in the newspaper. So that's basically the average of top companies. So in short, if you are bullish on Nifty, means you expect that Nifty will rise. Nifty will rise when the shares of Nifty will rise. When the price of shares of Nifty will rise. Nifty is based on 50 top blue chip companies of the country. So when you think that this Nifty would rise, how will you make profit from this estimation? Option 1, you buy 50 stocks. Buy 50 stocks. Buy all those 50 stocks which form part of Nifty. Okay, in proper proportion. Second, which we have studied in mutual fund chapter, if you think you can't buy 50 stock, Then you buy the index mutual fund. Index mutual fund invest in the index. So you invest in a mutual fund, that mutual fund will invest in shares. So your money indirectly gets invested in the 50 shares of Nifty. So how much will it cost to you to invest in the mutual fund or 50 stocks? Let us assume you invest 4,467 rupees in mutual fund, index mutual fund. So you thought that let me buy the index mutual fund which will invest in the shares of Nifty. So how much money did you invest? You invested 4467. How much amount you will have to invest today? You have to invest 4461. So this is my investment. But there is another method also to benefit from this expectation. What is my expectation? Nifty will rise. So either I buy index mutual fund which invest in the shares of Nifty, or I directly buy Nifty future. Nifty future is a derivative. Derivative on Nifty. That means its value will be derived from Nifty. Very popular in the stock exchange in India, Nifty future. As the value of Nifty will change, the value of this derivative will also change. But then to buy the Nifty future, you will have to pay a small initial margin, which is 14% in our example, say 625 rupees. So you invest 625 rupees as initial margin in Nifty future. Now wait for a month. What happens after a month? Or maybe tomorrow? Nifty goes up by 10%. Nifty goes up by 10%. How much will you gain under both the answers, both the situation? If you invest in the mutual fund which invest in the Nifty stocks, you will earn 10% of 4467. That is 447 rupees. But if you buy Nifty future, that will also give you same profit. That is the beauty of index future, that you can take a very large position by investing a small amount. You don't have to invest 4,467. You can invest 625, and if Nifty appreciates by 10%, you will get 10% of 4467 as profit under both, whether you buy the mutual fund or whether you buy the futures. But there is a difference in the rate of return. Now the time has come to prepare this table yourself. You will see there is a small comparison table. Fill in the blanks. Investment required if you invest in mutual fund 4467, if you invest in future 625. The return in rupees in both the columns will be same, 447. The return in rupees if Nifty appreciates by 10% will be same, 447, but the difference is in ROI, return on investment. Here the return on investment is 10%. 447 divided by 4467. 447 divided by 625 is 72%. See the difference in the return, it is huge. Then why would somebody invest 4467 and earn 10% return when he can earn 72% return by investment of 625 rupees? So therefore Nifty is very popular. Nifty or derivative futures are very popular. Nifty future is very popular in India because people just simply understand Nifty that it is an index, and as it goes up or down, you can make profit or losses. So next paragraph, number 4, derivatives are a useful innovation. Derivatives, if used properly, is a very useful innovation. One, we have seen it is a tool for hedging, tool for risk management. Tool for hedging means to reduce the risk. Farmer is worried that the wheat price may fall. He can sell his wheat in the forward or future market and lock the price. An airline company is worried that the price of the fuel will increase. The price of the fuel will increase. So they can buy the fuel in the forward market and lock the price. A bread manufacturer is worried. A bread manufacturer is worried that the wheat price may rise. He can buy wheat in the forward or future market and he can reduce his risk. Forward, future, option or derivative products can be used for risk management. Risk management means to increase or decrease the risk. We can use derivative to increase the risk also. Why not? Risk management can be to increase the risk because I want to earn more income. If I want to earn more profit, I would take more risk and I can use derivative for increasing my risk to a desired level. We'll see that. In this chapter only, we will see that we can increase our risk by using derivative. Next is price discovery. Derivative can be used for price discovery. If you look at the derivative market, they give you what would be the price after 3 months, forward price, future price, and there are lakhs of people who are participating in the derivative market. So if you look at the derivative price today for gold after 3 months, you will find that people are thinking that gold price after 3 months will be so and so amount. So that helps you to get an idea about prices in future. So derivative market can be looked upon to check what is going to happen to the price of this underlying in the future period. Lakhs of people are participating. There are demands, there are supply, there are buyer, seller. So when lakhs of people come together, the price is determined more efficiently. Derivative can be used for speculation also. Speculation means you have a belief that price will move in a certain direction and you want to make profit from that belief. You believe that the price will appreciate, so you buy. Suppose you believe that gold price will rise. I have a firm belief that gold price will rise. This is what you are thinking. You will buy gold future. Because I have told you, you can buy physical gold also. 1 kg of physical gold may cost you 50 lakh rupees. But by investing in gold future, you have to pay initial margin, which may be 7 lakh or 7 lakh 50,000 rupees. So what is better? Invest 7 lakh 50,000, and if gold price rises by 4 lakh rupees, you are going to get 4 lakh profit in both the cases. So therefore, buying gold future is preferable, and if your expectation turn out to be true, you will make profit. But because you are only betting on future movement, sometimes your expectations can go wrong. Instead of gold price rising after 3 months, it may fall, and in that case you will suffer the loss. And then there is a person who wants to make riskless profit. So derivatives gives you an opportunity to earn riskless profit, and that is called arbitrage. Riskless and no investment. No investment from your pocket, no risk, and still profit. So some derivative market gives you an opportunity to earn this riskless and no investment profit. That is called arbitrage, but this opportunity is rare. Of course, in your syllabus you will have to deal with all of this. hedging, speculation, arbitrage. So now we will discuss the meaning of these three very key words in this chapter: hedging, speculation and arbitrage. What do you mean by hedge? In hedging, you are always trying to minimize the risk or losses, not trying to maximize the profit. When you are hedging, you have a clear objective. My objective is not to maximize the profit, but my objective is to minimize my risk, to minimize my losses. So when you are hedging, you have to be contented, not restless. You have to be contented, satisfied. Okay, I am happy. Whatever I wanted has happened, even though I could not make the profit, and not restless. Example of farmer I have given. A farmer is worried that wheat price may fall. So he enters into a forward contract. He enters into a forward contract to sell wheat at rupees 10 per kg after 4 months. This is the forward contract. So what is the objective of this contract? To hedge the risk. Risk is that the wheat price can fall and he will suffer loss, because sometimes there is a bumper production, huge production, prices can fall, and prices sometimes falls to such a level that it is just enough to recover your transportation cost. But now you can sleep peacefully for 4 months, because you know that the farmer is now sure that he will be able to sell his wheat at rupees 10 per kg. It's a contract, there is a contractual rights and obligation involved. So that is the purpose. But what can happen now? Imagine after 4 months the wheat price can rise to 20 rupees per kg. After 4 months, if the wheat price rises to 20 rupees per kg, he still has the obligation to deliver wheat at 10 rupees per kg. So he may feel little bad about his decision, but then if your objective is hedging, he should be contented. He should not be restless, because his objective was to protect himself from the risk, and that objective was served by this derivative called forward contract. The other party in the derivative market is called speculator. Is called speculator. Market is full of such people. They don't have any underlying asset to hedge. They just want to make profit, because they expect that the prices will go up or the prices can go down. So such people are profit seekers and are willing to take the risk also. Profit seeker, risk takers. They may earn huge profit, they may suffer huge losses. If their expectation turns out to be true, if their belief comes true, enjoy, you will profit. If your belief goes wrong, sad, you will suffer losses. So therefore, when you are going to enter into derivative market as a speculator, when you have nothing to hedge, only you are betting on the price movement, be ready for profit and be ready for the losses. Speculators can have profit as well as losses, and it can be huge also depending upon your position. The third party who is sitting in the corner and waiting for some mispricing, oh, here I have the opportunity to make the profit, and he will immediately enter. He will buy also, sell also simultaneously, such that there is no investment, there is no risk, but there is going to be profit So he tries to make profit because of price differential. He tries to make profit because of price differential between the spot market and forward market. Such opportunities are rare, because if making profit without any investment and without risk is so easy, everybody in the market will jump to that opportunity. When everybody will jump to that opportunity, that arbitrage opportunity will immediately disappear. So that is why it is a very, very rare possibility to make arbitrage profit. And nowadays the computers are programmed to make arbitrage profit, because by that time human beings will act. By the time you open your computer and place the order, that opportunity may go away. So computers and softwares are programmed. They will compare spot price, forward price, check for any pricing gap, and the moment the computer finds there is a gap, there is an opportunity, it will automatically trigger the orders. So let us look at one example on arbitrage. So one more small story on arbitrage now. Suppose the spot price of sugar is rupees 20 per kg. You can go today to the market, and this is suppose 1 kg of sugar. This box contains 1 kg of sugar, and you can buy it for rupees 20. The storage cost, interest cost is 3 rupees. The storage cost plus interest cost is 3 rupees for 3 months. So total cost to hold this sugar for 3 months period will be 23. See how the arbitrage will operate now. You can buy sugar today for 20 rupees, hold it for 3 months, but that holding cost is 3 rupees. Some amount on storage, some amount on opportunity cost or interest cost. My total cost is 23 now. Now 3-month forward contract is available at rupees 25. 3-month forward contract is available at rupees 25 means you can enter into a forward contract today to sell or buy 1 kg sugar at rupees 25. You can enter into a forward contract today. Contract will be entered into today for the delivery of 1 kg of sugar after 3 months at rupees 25. So if you see this opportunity, the moment you see this opportunity, you will start dancing. Okay. So what is the action you will take? Immediately go to the market, buy 1 kg sugar. Storage cost, interest cost incurred 3 rupees, total cost 23, and immediately one more thing you have to do. You have to sell sugar in the forward market at rupees 25. You have to sell sugar in the forward market at rupees 25, which means after 3 months you have a right to sell sugar at rupees 25. And do you have 1 kg sugar in your hand to give the delivery? Yes. So price of sugar after 3 months becomes irrelevant now. My right is to deliver 1 kg sugar at 25, and I am holding 1 kg of sugar with me whose total cost is 23. Now fast forward, after 3 months, take this box of sugar, give it to the other party, take 25 rupees from him, give sugar 1 kg because you have entered into a contract to sell, take 25 rupees from him. So what is your profit? Your profit is 2 rupees. Your profit is 2 rupees. You will get 25 rupees, you will deliver sugar 1 kg. The total cost of your sugar with interest and storage cost was 23. This is called arbitrage profit. No risk. Why no risk? Because you have a contract to sell 1 kg sugar at 25 and you are also holding 1 kg sugar. So after 3 months, even if the price of the sugar is 200 rupees or 5 rupees, it doesn't matter now. I have 1 kg sugar and there is a party to whom this sugar can be sold for 25. Will this situation persist for a long time? The answer is no. This situation will not persist for a long time. The moment somebody finds that, oh, this is so easy to make profit, everybody would go to a bank, borrow 20 rupees, buy sugar, store it, pay total 23 rupees cost and get 25 rupees. Demand for sugar in the spot market will rise. Demand for sugar in the spot market means the market today will rise. So what will happen? Because more and more people want to buy, demand will rise, price of sugar in spot market will rise, and more people would sell sugar in the forward market. More people would sell sugar in the forward market. So what will happen? Supply of sugar in the forward market will increase. Price in forward market will fall. Price in forward market will fall. Price in forward market will fall. So on one hand, this is my spot price 20, it will go up. This is my right hand is forward price 25, it will fall. So this gap was so much, now the gap will start reducing. When will this arbitrage stop? When the spot price plus storage and interest cost, spot price plus storage and interest cost becomes equal to forward price, then the arbitrage will stop. So the arbitrage will stop when the spot price plus storage and interest cost is equal to the forward price, because then there is no arbitrage opportunity. So this opportunity will not exist for a long time, because the market is full of so many smart people who are just waiting to make profit. And the moment they see opportunity, they will enter into that. And lakhs of people entering into the similar kind of transaction will change the demand and supply equation, will change the price, and therefore the arbitrage opportunity will instantaneously disappear, will immediately disappear. It's not so easy to make riskless and no investment profit. Now we'll come to next line. Derivatives are very useful innovation. One interesting thing about derivative market is that derivative markets don't create wealth. Derivative markets do not destroy wealth. Derivative markets only redistribute the wealth. Gain of one party is the loss of other party. Gain of Peter is loss of Paul, and vice versa. So if Peter gains 100 rupees, Paul loses 100 rupees. If Peter loses 100 rupees, Paul gains 100 rupees. So money only shifts from one pocket to another pocket. As an economy, my economy's wealth remains the same. It's only redistribution of wealth. Somebody may become richer, somebody may become poorer, but the overall wealth of two persons will remain the same. Hence, there is a question in the exam. Write a note on Derivative is a zero-sum game. A zero-sum game means the sum of the profit position plus loss position will be 0. So if Paul gains 100 and Peter loses 100, together the total profit will be 0. Zero-sum game. Paul loses 100, Peter gains 100, 0. Total of the profit and total of the loss position will be 0. Gain of one party is the loss of the other party. Money only transfers from one person to another person. However, remember, equity markets create wealth and equity markets destroy wealth. So if you are holding 1000 shares of Reliance Industries Limited at 2500 rupees, so your wealth is 25 lakh today. But suppose tomorrow the Reliance share price goes down to 1800 rupees. Share price goes down to 1800 rupees. Now the value of your shares will become 18 lakh. You lost 7 lakh. Nobody gained 7 lakh. Nobody gained 7 lakh. So equity markets can destroy wealth. Reverse can also happen. Suppose the Reliance share price tomorrow is 2800 rupees. You will earn 3 lakh. Your wealth will appreciate by 3 lakh and there is nobody whose wealth has fallen because your wealth has gone up. Equity markets create wealth. Equity markets destroy wealth. Derivatives do not create wealth or destroy wealth for the economy. Of course, for some individual, it can create wealth, and for some individual, it will destroy wealth. So, who makes money in the derivative market? Three communities definitely make money in the derivative market. So, one is the broker, stock exchange and regulators. They make money. Broker will earn money every time you trade. As a buyer or as a seller, he will get his brokerage from everybody. Stock exchanges, they charge you some amount. Regulators get some money. And then bankers, because you keep your money in the bank account for trading purpose. So till that money is there lying idle in your saving account or current account, are the bankers not enjoying that money? And don't forget, taxman. So the government earns in the form of taxes. So they charge you STT, GST, income tax, etc. So these people definitely make money in the derivative market. Paragraph 5, types of derivatives. So this is your syllabus for derivatives. Forward, future, option, swaps. In this chapter, first I am going to cover forward and future. Then we will discuss option in another chapter, swaps in another chapter. Forward and futures are similar derivatives. The difference is forward is between two parties. Futures are traded on a recognized exchange like Bombay Stock Exchange, National Stock Exchange or Commodity Exchange. So they are more regulated, whereas forward contract is relatively less regulated. But the way we do the calculations of profit and loss would be more or less remain same for forward and future. So while speaking also, I might sometimes say forward or future in a numerical question, but it will be solved in the same manner. First we will see what is a forward contract. A forward contract is an agreement made today. It's a proper agreement. When is this agreement signed? Today, between two parties. Between two parties, one of them will be a buyer, one of them would be the seller. to exchange the commodity or instrument for cash at a predetermined future date at a price agreed upon today. So to understand the forward contract, first let us see some basic thing, and then there are 2 or 3 examples I have written to make this concept permanently embedded into your head. A forward contract is an agreement. Agreement is entered into today. Agreement is entered between 2 parties. One of them is buyer and the one of them is seller. And what do they agree? They agree to exchange some underlying, which can be a commodity or a financial instrument or any underlying, for cash at a predetermined future date at a price which is agreed upon today. So forward contract means a contract which is negotiated today and it will be executed at a future date. Price is negotiated today, but it will be settled at a future date. Contract will be executed at a future date. Let us see some example about forwards, and then probably those who have not studied any time before in your life about forward future, this will help you. With small stories only we can understand this chapter better. So now let us look at the story of an exporter. Exporter is a party who export goods to other countries and receives the payment. And if you are an Indian exporter, normally you receive the payment in foreign currency. Normally you receive the payments in foreign currency. So suppose, for example, you have exported goods to a American customer. You have exported goods to an American customer and he is going to pay you after 3 months. Let us put some numbers. So you have exported goods worth $10 million. When will you receive the payment? After 3 months. Today the exchange rate is rupees 45 per dollar. Today the exchange rate is rupees 45 per dollar. But you are not going to receive the payment today. So this is useless for you. But while doing your calculations about the selling price, etc., you might have kept this in mind. Oh, 45, I might get something around 45. But there is a risk involved. If you are going to receive the payment in foreign currency after 3 months, there is a serious risk involved, huge risk involved. What is that risk? The risk is that exchange rate may change after 3 months. More specifically, the exchange rate may go down. The exchange rate may go down after 3 months. Go down means, suppose it is 45, it may become 40 rupees per dollar. Who knows? And that is quite possible. In 3 months, the exchange rate can change from 45 to 40. And earlier you were expecting that I will receive $10 million, I will convert at 45. So I will receive total 450 million rupees. And if I get 450 million rupees, I will make profit. But now, suppose you did not take any derivative, you just concentrated on your business, you forgot about this deal. After 3 months, you received the check, demand draft, $10 million, you deposited into your bank account and bank credited into your account 400 million rupees. So how much did you lose? Because of change in exchange rate, you lost 50 million rupees, 5 crore rupees. And you found that my profit margin itself was 5 crore rupees in this deal. So whatever was my profit margin got wiped away because of exchange loss, and I have earned zero. It is also possible because the export market is competitive, your margin was only 3 crore, but because of exchange fluctuation, you lost 5 crore. So actually you lost 2 crore rupees because of exchange rate fluctuation. Now this is a risk to the exporter. So what should you do? Now in case if you don't want to take this risk, if you want to hedge, this is an example of hedging, and this is an example of use of forward contract for hedging. Example of use of forward contract for hedging. So what you do, you go to a foreign currency dealer, usually the bank. So this is exporter, this is the bank. They will sit across the table and they will negotiate the forward contract rate. So what they agreed? They agreed that, now see the agreement, the exporter will sell $10 million to the bank. The exporter will sell $10 million to the bank after 3 months at rupees 43. So it's a forward contract. It's from the exporter point of view, it is an agreement to sell, quantity $10 million, rate 43, time after 3 months. So by entering into the forward contract, you lock the rate. You lock the rate. Now this can be any number, but once you lock it, now after 3 months, when you will receive that $10 lakh or 10 million, you will be able to convert it at 43 and you are definitely going to get 430 million rupees. After 3 months, two things are possible. Three things are possible. One is the rate is 43, no problem, forget it. Rate may go down to 42. Rate of exchange may go down to 42, then you will feel very happy. Okay, smile. Why? Because still you have the right to sell the dollar at 43 rupees. But the rate may go up to 46 rupees also. If the rate of exchange after 3 months is 46, you will feel sad. You will cry. Oh God, why take this forward contract? If I would not have entered into this forward contract, then I would have sold dollar in the market at 46 rupees. But what was your objective? Hedging. If your objective is to hedge, you have to be contented, not restless. Your risk is saved. You could sleep peacefully for 3 months. Otherwise, everybody, you would have got up, you would have looked at the exchange rate, and if you find that exchange rate has gone down, your blood pressure will increase. You have to take one more tablet to bring your blood pressure to stable level, or you might have a heart attack also on some days. Instead of that, you can concentrate on business by taking the forward contract. Lock the rate. You know that now you are going to get 43 rupees come what may. What is this now on the screen? I am getting tempted. Haldiram Bhujia Save. Okay, it is a company, Haldiram Bhujia wala, Haldirams, and they are popular for sweets and namkeen and bhujia. So they receive a huge order for sweets in the month of Diwali. All of you know that. So Diwali is after some time, let's say after 2 months, but they have received the order to supply sweets exactly 3 days before Diwali. The order is received today, 2 months before. So will they prepare sweet and store and deliver after 2 months? Will you do that? No, sweet is a perishable item. You can't keep it for 2 months. So they will manufacture sweets when they have to deliver, maybe few days before the delivery date. Now, to manufacture sweets, you need sugar. to manufacture different varieties of sweets, you need sugar. So what is the risk? Remember, they are carrying a huge risk because after 2 months, the sugar price may rise. Who knows? While quoting the selling price, you have assumed certain sugar price. See, how do you quote a price? You will assume raw material, labor, overhead, profit margin, selling price. Basic thing that you have learnt in costing. So doing this arithmetic, they have quoted this price to the customer. While calculating the price of raw material, they assume that they can purchase sugar for say 20 rupees per kg, and they quoted this price 50 rupees per kg. This is logged. Now the customer is not going to give you more than 50 even if your cost of production goes up. He is going to pay you 50, but then you have that fear, that risk that my input cost, the main input cost is your raw material, that is sugar. The price of sugar can rise. There is a shortage of sugar production, sugar cane production, government has banned the import, etc., etc. Do you want to take the risk or no? If you don't want to take the risk, what will you do? So you will go to a sugar mill. You will go to a mill which manufactures sugar, and you will enter into a forward contract to buy sugar. You will enter into a forward contract to buy sugar at rupees 22. A certain quantity which I am not writing, let's say 5 tons. So you enter into a contract to buy 5 tons of sugar in the month of November at rupees 22 per kg. This is a forward contract. Contract entered today. Today is say August. You will buy 5 tons, quantity 5 tons, underlying sugar at rupees 22 per kg. So you have specified today only what will be the price, quantity, underlying, etc. And now you can sleep peacefully for 3 months or 2 months, because you know if you buy sugar at 22, you will be able to earn your target profit. And now you are not worried about what will be the price of sugar after 3 months or 2 months, because you are going to definitely buy sugar at 22. There is a contract with the sugar mill. He will deliver to you at rupees 22. You have a right to buy sugar at 22 rupees. The sugar mill has an obligation to deliver sugar at rupees 22. So you are hedged 22 rupees. You can afford to pay and include in your costing. That will give you target profit. Fast forward. After 3 months, when I have to take the delivery of sugar, I find that the market price is now 16 rupees. The market price is now 16 rupees and I am obliged to buy at 22 because I have entered into a forward contract. Forward contract is a right and obligation to honor the contract. So I'll feel sad. Again, I have left tears in my eyes. I'll wipe it. This is a wrong decision that I took. Had I not entered into forward contract, I could have purchased sugar from the open market at 16. But still I am okay. Because at least for 2 months I was able to sleep peacefully. And I was not exposed to this risk. Now see what can also happen. The sugar price in the month of November after 2 months can go to 26 rupees. Now your decision to enter into a forward contract is justified. You will feel elated, you will dance, okay. That yes, see, I am such a nice forecaster and I knew that the price will rise. That is why I locked the price at 22. You'll go and tell everybody in the office, see, I am such a brilliant manager. But when you are hedging, you sometimes miss the profit opportunity like this, but you can also be protected from the loss. The objective is to hedge, to ensure that there is no price risk. Be contented. Now this is the farmer. He is putting so much of hard work on his field, and the wheat will be ready after 4 months. What is the risk? A farmer in India is exposed to a lot of risk. One of the risk is bumper production. That is, the production will be so much that supply will be much more than the demand. And sometimes the production is so much that the prices fall. The prices fall to such an extent, you will not believe, that the cost of transporting the crop from the farm to the market is more. The transportation cost is more than the price which they will realize. So you will hear the stories that some of them just throw the crop on the road because it is not profitable to take them to the market. Some of them might commit suicide also. That is why, of course, the government has a lot of schemes for them, like this minimum support price scheme, etc., so that he gets at least some minimum price for his crop. So that apart, in general, the farmer may suffer the loss because prices may crash. If the prices crash, he will not be able to recover his cost also. So what he will do, he does not want to take so much of stress, so much of tension. He can go to a wholesaler or a market where wheat is sold, and he can sell today wheat at rupees 10 per kg, which will be delivered after 4 months. So now he is assured. Now the farmer is assured that come what may, I will get 10 rupees. So he is hedged. He can now concentrate on his work. He can sleep peacefully. The objective was to hedge. This is a forward contract to hedge. Rate is locked in advance. Timing has been decided. Quantity has been decided. Underlying is the wheat. Now what happens after 4 months? The market price of the wheat rises to rupees 16. But the farmer is under an obligation to deliver at rupees 10. He will feel sad. He will feel sad. Again he will cry that it was a wrong decision to enter into forward contract. Because once you enter into forward contract, there is a right and obligation to honor the contract. But if suppose it would have gone down to 6 rupees, he will feel elated, happy. He will dance, sing, because he can still sell the wheat at rupees 10 per kg. So these are the 3 examples I have taken on forward contract, and these were the forward contract to hedge the risk. So have a quick look at the features of a forward contract. Tick mark important for a theory question. Features of forward contract. Forward contracts are called tailor-made contract. Tailor-made contract means customized contract. The farmer and the wholesaler can sit down, can decide the terms and conditions, which quality of wheat will be delivered, when will be delivered, at what price will be delivered, what quantity will be delivered, etc. Underline this one. Forward contract is a right as well as obligation. The farmer has a right to deliver wheat at 10 rupees per kg. But at the same time, he also has an obligation to deliver the wheat at rupees 10 per kg. The terms and conditions are negotiated between the buyer and the seller. So this is the explanation of the first point only. You can just take a pencil and link them. Tailor-made contract means they can decide each and every term and condition. But if it is a future contract, which we'll see later, is a standardized contract where the terms and conditions are fixed by the exchange. We'll come to that later. Normally in a forward contract, usually, no collateral is required. No collateral means no security money, no deposit money, no guarantee is required. It will depend on the mutual trust. Of course, nowadays, even in forward contract, they insist on collateral so that the parties will honor their contract. Because in forward contract, wheat price agreed upon is 10. If it goes to 16 rupees, farmer will run away. The wholesaler will run after the farmer. And farmer will not deliver, because why he will deliver at 10? Farmer will think I will sell in the market at 16. So then wholesaler is chasing him. But if the price of the wheat is 6, the farmer comes to the shop of the wholesaler with all his bullock cart loaded with wheat, and the shop is closed. Wholesaler has run away. Wholesaler will run away. So therefore, parties may insist on some kind of security money, guarantee. Otherwise, the parties may default, and then the only solution is go to the court. Then they generally end with deliveries. The purpose of forward contract is to take the delivery or give the delivery, generally, but not necessarily. So delivery means after 4 months, farmer will deliver wheat to the wholesaler. Wholesaler will pay him the amount, 10 rupees per kg into quantity. After 3 months, Haldiram Bhujiawala will pay the price of the sugar agreed upon, 22 rupees. The sugar mill will deliver him sugar agreed upon. After 3 months, exporter will hand over $10 million to the bank. The bank will pay him rupees. That is called delivery based settlement. Risk of default exists. Explained to you here. Risk of default because the other party would run away if the prices move against him. If the price of the wheat increases from 10 to 16, farmer may run away. If the price of the wheat falls from 10 to 6, the wholesaler may run away, and therefore you have to go to the court of law to recover your money. But you know it takes a lot of time under the courts of law settlement. Forward contract has a serious drawback. It is illiquid. So Mr. A, the farmer, has entered into a contract with Mr. B, the wholesaler. Mr. A, suppose after 2 months, the contract was for 4 months, after 2 months he wants to cancel the contract. He goes to Mr. B and says, we want to cancel the contract. Mr. B may refuse to agree on cancellation, or then he may ask for some huge premium or penalty. Mr. A says, I want to transfer my rights to Mr. C, another farmer. He will deliver it to you. Again, he will have to first go to Mr. B and then enter into a contract such that A's rights are transferred to C. Only if B agrees to that, then it is possible. Otherwise, you cannot cancel the contract, you cannot come out of your obligation, you cannot transfer it to others. It is called illiquid. There is no secondary market. If a party wishes to reverse the contract, he has to go to the same counterparty. The exporter will have to go to the same bank and cancel his forward contract. Haldiram Bhujiawala will have to go to same sugar mill if he wants to cancel his contract. Forward contract give rise to unlimited liability. So there is a high risk involved. So one more example, suppose the farmer has committed to deliver wheat 10 tons at rupees 10 per kg. Farmer has committed to deliver 10 tons of wheat at rupees 10 per kg after 4 months. And what happened after 4 months? The wheat prices have gone to 40 rupees per kg because of less production. Wheat prices have gone to rupees 40 per kg because of the less production. So now what will happen? The farmer still has to deliver at rupees 10 per kg, and suppose he could not produce enough wheat, he will have to buy from the market at 40 and deliver at 10. So 40 minus 10, 30 rupees loss per kg into 10 ton. 1 ton means 1000 kg. So 30 rupees into 1000 into 10 tons. So almost 3 lakh rupees he will lose if the price of the wheat rises to 40 rupees. So there is an unlimited liability. So before you enter into a forward contract, one should know that there is a huge risk involved. So this was about the features of a forward contract. Now we will take a break.